Hey guys, what's going on? Today I want to talk to you about encouragement and to share with you a story where I received some encouragement from a very unlikely source. Stick around. All right, so a couple things that you need to know in order for this story to make sense is that I am cheap. And I have a tendency to drive very inexpensive cars. I pay cash, I drive them until they will not go anymore. So I also work at a place where they have a lot of security concerns. Warehouses where they make stuff that they really want to make sure is protected are the type of jobs that I've had in the past. One particular job, I'm driving one of my beat up cars back and forth to work. And so when I stop at the security guard's desk, they often check my ID. I have to wait until everything is verified and then I can move on just like everybody else. So one day as I drive in, there's a new security guard and his name tag says Diaz. Now I stereotyped this gentleman the moment I saw him because he was a Puerto Rican guy. He had kind of this really cool laid back attitude, almost like, hey, you know, I'll take your girl from you if you're not careful. So when he said something to me, I wasn't expecting what actually came out of his mouth. I give him my ID and he says, hey, morning to you. I want you to go in. I want you to have a great day because that's what you are. And I'm like, okay. And I take my ID and I move on. And then a couple days go by. I see Diaz is out there again. I hand him my ID. And he says, okay, I want you to go in. It's going to be a great day. You're going to do amazing things because that's what you are. Thinking, okay, cool. Like this is a thing this guy does, apparently. This happens off and on for weeks, and I find myself looking forward to seeing Diaz. I look for him, and then once I see him over, I'm happy to hear what he's gonna say. And every time there's some sort of encouraging word that he gives me, by the time I make it to my desk, I am pumped, I'm excited, and I'm ready to start my day. Well, as time goes on, I stop seeing Diaz. And he's no longer there anymore. I don't know if he's got the same job. I don't know where he went. One particular morning, I go to get in my beat up car and it won't start. So it's very early in the morning. The sun hasn't even come up. So I get my wife and I say, babe, I need you to take me to work. She says, okay, well, hold on. You know, let me get dressed. Let me wash my face. I said, no, we don't have time for that. Come on, you're fine. Let's just go. You're fine. Like it'll be dark. You'll be in the passenger side. Nobody will see you. It won't be a big deal at all. That's what I told her, but that is not what happened. So we pull up to the gate and the security guard says, ma'am, you know, we're gonna need to see some ID. You need to get out of the car. We need to photograph. We need to verify, make sure everything's on the up and up. And that's the exact opposite of what I told her. So she's got to get out of the car. We go into the office. They got to take down her photo and check all of her identification. And I am feeling really bad because I rushed her, telling her none of this stuff was gonna happen. And so all of this is going on and I'm sitting there, we're waiting for all this stuff to happen, and I look over in the corner and there's Diaz. And Diaz looks at me and I look at him, we make eye contact. And Diaz looks at me and then he looks over at my wife and looks back at me and he goes, and I just feel even more encouraged. Not only was this man encouraging me with his words, he encouraged me with his actions as well. I shared that with my wife. She got a little bit of a kick out of it, and it's a story that I've shared with many other people. Here's what I want you guys to take away from this. The Bible says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11, it says, therefore encourage one another and build each other up just as in fact you're doing. Diaz encouraged me and he built me up on a regular basis. I encourage you guys to be mindful of your words and encourage other people with the things you say and the things that you do. Thanks for watching.